few months ago, Our Detroit magazine dished out an article talking about the top towns of 2024, focusing on the best places to live in Metro Detroit. You'll never guess the places on the list. When Our Detroit decided to write this article, they jumped in with both feet to truly outline areas that have the qualities that people actually look for. And so they had a survey that listed 13 factors to choose from and to rank them from important to very important. And these categories were diversity and inclusivity, downtown quality, healthcare access, housing affordability, job market, crime and safety, parks and green space, public schools, single family and multifamily homes, transportation, walkability, and reputation. Over a 2-month span, that got around 500 people to take this survey, and with their responses, they looked at 20 plus municipalities in 4 counties: Macomb, Oakland, Washtenaw, and Wayne, while also asking surveyors what 3 cities they considered to be the top towns to live, and you'd never guess what the results are. I'm going to break down a few communities from each area and show you the most expensive home that has sold within the last year in each of these mentioned places. Keep in mind, these are not in any ranked order, so let's get to it. Oh, and before I do dive headfirst into this list, I have linked videos in the description I have made for several of these communities that I have gone over in the past to give you additional insight if you want it. Okay, now let's get to it. Kicking it off with the first place on their article in Oakland County, and that's Berkley, Michigan. It was voted highly due to its quintessential little town with walkability, shops, bowling alley, the record store, festivals, and all those little things that make a small town community amazing. The city manager, Matthew Baumgarten, said, "Berkley's best asset is how it blends downtown with suburban living with the access to the greater metropolitan area," and that is such a great way to outline Berkley in just one sentence. With that being said, I want to show you the most expensive home that sold in Berkley, Michigan over the last 365 days. Located just a few blocks away from the Woodward Corridor, this new construction home with 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 2,350 square feet. It's a craftsman style home with an unfinished basement with a 2-car garage and situated on 0.13 acres and comes in at a whopping $750,000, which is the second cheapest home on the list when outlining the most expensive home in each area. Jumping on over to area number 2 on the list, we have good old Birmingham, which doesn't come as much as a surprise because this community is truly one of a kind in Metro Detroit. The Our Detroit article says this community has it all and then some, but lacks in the affordability department, which I think we can all agree with here. The prestigious community is patted on the back for its sprawling downtown with all the options you could ever need and more, while having a top-rated school district, picturesque residential streets, and 230 plus acres of parkland and nature trails near and along the Rouge River. Just along the Woodward Corridor awaits a custom contemporary gem that will have everyone driving by breaking their necks looking at this AZD architectural masterpiece. With 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 8,100 square feet of living space with a 3-car garage situated on 0.33 acres and built in 2023. Save thousands by never having to turn on a light until night. That's the slogan I'm sticking to with this house, and this price tag sits at $4.6 million. Slithering on over to area number 3 on the list, we have Bloomfield Hills, Bloomfield Township, and West Bloomfield Township, which probably doesn't come as much as a surprise either, as most people would say this area is just an extension of Birmingham with a little more space to stretch your legs from your neighbors, but also offering a unique way of living in each, with West Bloomfield having more lakefront options. These communities jumped onto the list not only for the cleanliness and the upkeep, but the golf courses, the lakes, the top-ranked school system, the Cranbrook educational community in general, the nature centers, and the landscape, of course. Again, near the Woodward Corridor in Bloomfield Hills, we have a newly constructed colonial with 6 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, 9,211 total square feet with an in-ground pool, 4-car garage, and situated on 1.19 acres. Despite its recent birthday, the home is full of character and touches of history in a community where it is very well known and appreciated. This home sold for $6.85 million. I also wanted to shed some light on the most expensive home located in the township of Bloomfield as well. So here we have a home on the eastern side of the township in the middle of all the lakes and away from the Woodward corridor, with 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, 9,083 total square feet, with a 5-car garage and situated on 0.88 acres and built in the year 2000 with a pool and some good old water frontage. And your purchase receipt comes out to almost $4.52 million. West Bloomfield, on the other hand, has a contemporary home on a lake with 5 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, 10,433 square feet, a 4-car garage built in 1985 and situated on over 5 acres. This is a home that pictures could never do justice for, and we have ourselves a price tag of $5.97 million. Moving right along to area number 4 on the list, which may actually come as a surprise, and that's Commerce Township. Our Detroit calls Commerce Township a breath of fresh air, having the outdoor activities readily available such as hiking, fishing, their new pickleball courts, of course, and all the events that bring this township together despite not having a designated downtown, which is an awesome accomplishment, honestly, all while being Neighborhood Scout's 38th safest community in America in 2023. The home we are chatting about today is a colonial situated on a lake with 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, 5,660 square feet, with a 3-car garage built in 2013 and situated on 0.36 acres. It also has an indoor basketball court and some solar panels to save on electricity too. This home clocks in just over $1.57 million. Shifting gears to area number 5 on the list, we have the one and only Orion Township and Village of Lake Orion, which may also come as a surprise to you, as this community doesn't often get the recognition it deserves, being in the northern part of southeast Michigan. The township supervisor said their motto is, "We are living as a vacation," because they have 42 lakes that are larger than 5 acres, nature trails, and other outdoor recreational activities, as well as their awesome downtown area, while having the Blue Ribbon awarded Lake Orion Community Schools. Taking a gander at the most expensive home in the area that sold, we have this 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home with 3,423 square feet, a 3-car garage built in 1981 and situated on 0.3 acres, while being situated on the highly desirable Lake Orion. Your invoice for this home is $1.27 million. Sliding on over to area number 6 on the list, we have a community just a few stones throw south of Lake Orion, and that is Rochester and Rochester Hills. This community is praised for being a charming small town with that big city feel. Downtown Rochester has more than 350 shops, restaurants, and businesses, while Rochester Hills supports the outdoor recreation with 14 community parks and over 140 acres of protected space. The Rochester Hills mayor even said in an article that they have been the safest city in Michigan for the last 7 years among cities their size, according to the FBI. There's so many events, history, and attractions that bring people from all over to the spot in Metro Detroit. Kicking it off with a Rochester home, we have a cottage-style home near Main Street with 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, 5,104 square feet, a 2-car garage situated on 0.20 acres and built in 2022. This home is truly an architectural masterpiece with an English-infused style. All that beauty wrapped in a bow for the cost of almost $2.5 million. In Rochester Hills, however, we take a large step out from downtown to admire this 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom colonial with 6,273 square feet, with a 4-car garage situated on 0.43 acres and built in 2015. This home has a price tag of almost $1.8 million. Galloping along to area number 7 on the list, we have Royal Oak, known best for its extraordinary nightlife and dining options, not only having a wonderful walkable downtown, but dedicated green spaces, and being crowned one of the first cities in Michigan to be given the Tree City USA by the Arbor Day Foundation Award. The city has 51 parks that you probably didn't know all about, with events, festivals, and constant celebrations. Near the Woodward Corridor, we have a 6-bedroom, 6-bathroom colonial with 7,018 square feet and a 3-car garage, built in 2020 and situated on just over half an acre. With all the natural light and wood finishes, this home will have you waving your wallet around, but keep in mind, you'd be paying $2.85 million for it. Switching gears to some communities in Macomb County now, we have Area 8, and that is Clinton Township. Clinton Township found its way on the list, being one of the most populous towns in Michigan and known for the Sanders Chocolate Factory and being home to the rapper Eminem. It has the mall at Partridge Creek and over 90 stores and restaurants, as well as the Clinton River for all your water activities and trails around it. Taking a look at the home, we have a 4-bedroom, 5-bathroom home in an exclusive gated community with 5,531 square feet and a 4-car garage situated on 0.59 acres and built in 2024. This is a blank canvas just waiting for a personal touch and comes in at a price of almost $1.4 million. Hopping on over to area number 9, we have Utica. This under 2 square mile small town hurled its way onto the list for having a charming historic district, the parks, the green spaces, the zoo, the aquarium, and of course the downtown district chock full of restaurants. Not an overwhelming amount, but they're there, and the mayor is proud to say that they have maintained their own independent police and fire department, which is actually pretty cool. Here comes the cheapest home on the list in northern Utica near Shelby Township, which has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 3,398 square feet, a 2-car garage built in 2019 and situated on 0.14 acres. And this colonial has a price tag under $500,000, sitting at $495,000. Scurrying our way into Washtenaw County this time, we have to shed light on area number 10, and that is Ann Arbor, as well as Scioto Township. I don't think I need to hype up Ann Arbor very much, as it's considered one of the most livable cities in the nation, from the downtown walkability, the offerings, the overflowing amenities, the healthcare system, the education, and so much more I couldn't possibly have enough hands to count on. Then we step outside the city into Scioto Township between Ann Arbor and Dexter, which has that green space while taking advantage of the Ann Arbor School District and the amenities. And if you're someone who doesn't know a lot about Michigan, you'll find out that outside of the local government, for having a township, a city, a village, the townships tend to complement the cities well with ruralness and green space. Coming in first with an Ann Arbor home, we have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo with just over 2,000 square feet with a parking garage and was built in 2022. This condo is in the middle of all the action and has a price tag of $1.1 million. As far as Scioto Township, we have a contemporary farmhouse that is on over 16 acres with 7 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, 6,461 square feet, a 3-car garage and outbuildings, a pond, and built in 2000. This home is one image, as I believe it sold off market and was listed solely for comparable sale purposes, which came out to be $2.1 million. To wrap up Washtenaw County, we have number 11 on the list, the Dexter Township, and Webster Township area. This area made its way on the list for not only being close to Ann Arbor and a town that feels like it should have been on the Gilmore Girls, it has too many trails to count, the Huron River, the Dexter Cider Mill, the Hudson Mills Metro Park, and a wide variety in offerings in each of these areas that should not be overlooked. This is an area of Metro Detroit that also doesn't get a lot of recognition that it deserves, while being a small yet well-rounded area at the same time. The home we are peeking at is a ranch situated on over 10 acres with 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 3,755 square feet, 3-car garage, and was built in 2023. It is a full-blown wooded oasis here, and that's the beauty of the location too. You can be close to Ann Arbor and lean into those amenities, that busyness, that hustle and bustle, but have this up north feeling just miles down the street. This one would take $1.25 million out of your bank account. Switching gears to Wayne County now, we have area number 12, and that is the Grosse Points, including Grosse Township as well. If you've seen my video about the points, you'd say these communities don't require an explanation either, as each of the 5 adjacent towns have something different to bring to the table. You have the quaint downtown spaces, the unbelievable architecture, the marinas, the country clubs, the waterfront parks on Lake St. Clair, and I'm hardly scratching the surface, honestly. Going down the list of homes in each area, we have Grosse Pointe Woods with a 6-bedroom, 5-bathroom colonial with 6,470 square feet with a 3-car garage built in 1956 and situated on 3/4 of an acre with a price tag of almost $1.3 million. In the village of Grosse Pointe Shores, we have a waterfront Cape Cod with 4 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 10,321 square feet, a 3-car garage and built in 1999 and situated on 0.40 acres. And this receipt checks out to be $2.95 million. Moving south some more, we have Grosse Pointe Farms this time with another waterfront Cape Cod with 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 6,315 square feet, a 3-car garage built in 1995 and situated on 0.88 acres. And this will take almost $4.2 million to make happen. Moving more south, we have Grosse Pointe Park, which has an architectural gem of a French colonial designed by Robert O'Derrick with an in-ground saltwater pool right next to Lake St. Clair with 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 8,532 square feet, a 3-car garage, a separate carriage house apartment, and situated on just over 1 acre with a $1.95 million price tag. Last but not least, we have Grosse Pointe, which is home to a 1949 carriage house with 2 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, with Lake St. Clair frontage, an in-ground pool, 2,630 square feet, a 2-car garage, and situated on just under an acre for $2.2 million. And it seems like a lot based on what I talked about, but this 40,000 square feet of lake frontage includes a private island as well. The last area I'll shed light on is area number 13, Northville and Northville Township. Northville is known for being a smaller upscale community with restaurants and shop offerings as well as parks and recreation, all while having highly ranked schools and having a historic district that is truly unlike any other. Kicking off with a home in the city of Northville, we have this 4-bedroom, 6-bathroom colonial with 6,578 square feet, a 3.5-car garage built in 2007 and situated on just over half an acre. The lot, which was originally owned by Henry Ford himself, has a nice slice of waterfront views of a pond and is coming in at $2.91 million. Skipping on over to Northville Township, this home has taken more of that modern contemporary look with 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 5,376 square feet, a 4-car garage built in 2022 and situated on just over half an acre, and is also in close proximity to Mayberry Park, which is a top-notch state park for all things outdoor, and that comes in at $2.45 million. The burning question I have for you is, after seeing all of these homes, which one would you live in and why? Comment below. If you're thinking about moving to Michigan in one day or a million, feel free to reach out anytime. I also have a link to the Living in Michigan newsletter to give you insight on all things Michigan, so be sure to subscribe so you never miss out. Thanks for watching. Till next time.